Hey everyone, welcome back to EekRC. Today we're going to be working a little more with our chassis for our Grasshopper 2 build. We have the dampers built, we have our gearbox done, we have our motor in, we got some bearings in there, and we're going to continue now with the suspension for the rear, the front arms, the front suspension, and hopefully by the time this video is done, we will be able to have some wheels on and it'll start really looking like a car. Okay, let's get to it. Definitely not using these. If you haven't already, please see my video on why you need to use bearings in your Tamiya kits and not plastic bushings or metal bushings. It's a great video, it's short, it's only a few minutes, and it'll show you the damage you can do when you don't use bearings. There should be a place we can send these to get them recycled. So if you're building one of these Grasshopper 2s, the original Grasshopper 2 did not come with CVA dampers. They came with friction shocks. You cannot follow this instruction for the suspension. You have to follow this one, because they give you different hardware. You can see here, you have the little ball connectors, top and bottom, and in here, they show you're gonna use this BC2 part, which is the step screw. So in all Tamiya kits, if you get a separate sheet like this, it's important that you follow it. As always, do not over tighten. Plastic does get brittle in some areas. You could definitely ruin these chassis by over tightening. Really over tightening any screw on any Tamiya is not good. There should be a separate video just about that, because I'm sure we've all done it. I always love this part. It's kind of close. Don't like that. We still have to put in our Ampro Engineering gearbox retainer, but for now we'll leave it like this. Now we'll move on to the front A-arms, get the whole front suspension in. I usually give these screw pins a tiny bit of grease, not a lot. Again, I use a very tiny amount of grease here. Everything feels good. You gotta love that the bumper is still exactly the same. I'm pretty sure Tamiya is using the same molds. I'd have to read these numbers here, but they're probably still the same molds and pretty much the same as when I had my first Hornet back in the 80s. Okay, it's really starting to look like a Grasshopper. Now let's get these shocks on. Okay, so the way they mount these is they use these little collars here that slide in, and then it mounts into the arms here. frustrating part with these is they keep sliding off. You can put a little grease on there to help them, but with the collars, I don't like to put grease. Now let's get the shock mounted here. Oh, it actually feels really nice. Let's attack this side. All right, there we have our front suspension. Got a good amount of travel. This is very weak, and I never really realized that. This is very weak right here. Really needs a brace across the top. I just feel like it bends very easily. It's not the most flexible plastic. Okay, moving on. So I believe we are done with this. We did our arms, our bumper, we built our shocks, we put together the rear and front suspension, and on the other side, because it is the black edition, it shows you the decals, the driver. So we'll get to that later. So I'm going to get the wheels on. I know it's a little premature, we don't have electronics in. I'm not actually sure if I'm going to put electronics in, if I'm just going to build this and what I'm going to do with it, I'm not sure yet, but let's get our wheels on anyway. So if you watch the unboxing, you know that I'm not going to use the standard wheels, which are tiny. I think they're 1.9, these are 2.2. I'm going to use these wheels and tires here. The wheels are from a racing fighter, just the plain black Star wheels, and these are from the Sand Viper kit, which I did not use. I know everybody has their own technique with the wheels. For me, it's just pure hand strength. Okay, one more. Now this is the technique that Tamiya shows you in their books here, in their procedures. They want you to put it down sideways, like this, kind of put it in the middle, and then you turn it. Basically turning it into the tire. And then from there you start working the sides around. And it does work a little bit better on ones that are super tight, and this one went on a little bit easier, so their technique might be better than mine. I usually don't do it that way. And with Tamiya tires and wheels, I usually don't glue them unless I'm going with some really fast brushless system. But on the Grasshopper 2, don't think I'm going to be doing any of that. I did also get the hop-up aluminum wheel adapters because I want to run regular 12 millimeters. Let's get some bearings. They're very nice and light. Mouse right in. Just gonna put these vents up out of the way. I think it's looking really nice. Battery tray. Okay, so before we do anything else, I want to talk about this. Designed by Pro Engineering, and you can get it from Shapeways. Pretty costly for what it is, but what it does is it mounts in here, right in here, and it prevents this from happening. See how that moves up and down? See how it hits this? You get more direct power with this because it locks this in place, and you still have the side-to-side action, which is the reason why they designed it this way. So I'm going to install this, and it's very simple to install. I mean, all you need to do is, I just took these off. All you need to do is take the suspension off, take one side off, slip this whole gearbox out, drill a few holes, put 2 screws in, put everything back, and you have a much improved rear gearbox and suspension. Okay, so just real quick, I'm going to show you the chassis here has this little tab. He designed it to slide right in that spot right there. And you can see right here, this is the area here that holds the gearbox. So you just drill a couple holes here and secure it with some, if you have any extra Tamiya self-tapping plastic screws, make sure you drill, otherwise you'll just ruin the plastic and snap it. Now, I don't think it's necessary, but there is a second screw hole here that you could use. I'm not going to use it because it's very, very, very strong. I'm going to just leave the one in there. And in case you're wondering, I used a 2.5 millimeter bit, drill a hole, and it's absolutely perfect. So now let's just put it back together and I'll show you the difference. You can leave these out if you want. I just like to leave them in because they're an original part and there's really no reason to take these out. Adding one part to it doesn't mean we have to take this one out. Just lock this in. One more thing to do. Now, as you can see, it still has the side-to-side movement, right? It no longer has that chassis slap. But it feels way better. The back feels just more solid. As you can see, it still shifts back and forth. Still moves the way it should. Okay, so I'm going to try to get the battery tray mounts in. These just slide in here. They screw in from the top. That allows you to clip the battery tray in and hold it in using the body clips. Okay, let's see how this looks with the body on it. Let's get all this stuff out. Here we go. This always tells you, oh, look at that. I'll tell you right there. It's kind of yeah, look at that. I like that. I do wish these were filled in. Glass. I'm not going to put the driver in. What do you guys think? Okay, for now, I think we're going to leave it like this. Yeah, that's going to look really nice. With the black wheels, with the orange and the gold and the white. Yeah, I can't wait to get this one done. This is going to look fantastic. I would love to keep it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm starting to really like it a lot. I know these are not great runners. They do kind of flop all over the place and tip over. And I'm used to, you know, some of the more modern ones, as you can see. I'll move this out of the way. This is my son's DTO3. And just the suspension's better. It's more low to the ground. Everything about it is way better. You can see there's just a huge difference in the modern buggies and the old classic ones. And the price difference is not much. So this is, you know, this was like $30 more, or maybe a little less. You know, you have a better gearbox, better suspension, I mean, I did put some hop-ups on here like the carbon fiber, and we did some other things to this. Got a brushless system in it. There is a big difference, but these are so much fun. Anyway, thanks for watching my video. The next time you see this buggy, you're gonna see me putting the decals on it and the finishing touches. All right, everyone, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Please subscribe. I know a lot of people watch, but they don't subscribe. Please subscribe, it does help me out. And like my videos if you like them. If you think there's something you want to see, or if you want to make any comments, please do. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next video.